Oh, I look dark. Okay. Hey, Riri. How are you this evening? Thank you all for joining. I would say I'm excited to see y'all, but I can't see y'all. I see y'all profile picture. How about that? You on your way to Target? You know, I went to Target the other day and I was a little disappointed. I don't know, a lot of these stores is everybody buying up everything. Something. Can't find what you need from the grocery store. All types of stuff going on. Hey, Shanice. Thanks for joining. We finna get started soon. Sooner than later. I am... There's my dog. Adi! Hey, Adi. Get up. Get up. Yes. Adi said hi, y'all. He want to speak. Say hi. You gonna be good? All right. Good night. How was y'all week starting off? I was so surprised to see that what is her name? The store look like they need to grocery shop. Yeah. Yep. It's hard to find stuff in the stores these days. It's getting a little crazy. I was surprised and saddened to see that Tracy Braxton passed away. That really like hit me. I mean, it was brought on by surprise. That was pretty sad. All right, I'm almost done getting on Instagram. Hang on one second. And we is finna get started. Period. Because I like to get started on time. Yeah, my heart goes out to them, to the Braxton family. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. Tonight, we are about to get started. Since we lost time, I looked up and it was 6 o'clock already. You don't even feel like it's 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, it's 6 o'clock. But yeah, time is moving by pretty fast. Okay, let's get started. If anybody else should join in, please comment hi or something below and I will acknowledge you soon I get through with the live. I don't want to stop and say hi to everybody while I'm doing the live because it stops my flow and time goes by pretty quickly. So, this is my 9th week of doing Facebook Live. Hello. Thank you for joining Instagram. Yep, this is my 9th week of doing this live. I don't seem like it's been 9 weeks. It seemed like a little longer, but I mean, I've been holding it down. So, let's get started. I am Precious Brooks, your certified life coach. And the reason why I'm doing this live tonight is because I'm being obedient to my God's given vision. And by me being obedient to my God's given vision, I am able to help you. And not only am I able to help you, but I'm able to help myself in the process too. All right, so together we can get a better understanding on life so we can live it to the fullest. Let's go. Tonight's topic is, let's take a road trip. That sounds exciting, right? Yes, let's take a road trip. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I got these phones up kind of high. Okay. Let's go. So, a little story before we get started. Y'all know I'm good for my stories. But I remember when I was going to COD and we had a psychology class. And the psychology class was on Saturday mornings. So, I was probably in my early 30s when I was taking this class, but most of the people in the class was very young, like straight out of high school, so maybe 18, 19, 20, that age range. And so you would think that a Saturday morning class at 9 a.m., because most young people partying on Friday night, you would think that the class would be empty, but the class was actually full every Saturday morning. And I think the reason being is because it was a refreshing class. So what we would do in the psychology class is sit around in a circle. It was set up like a therapy session pretty much. So we'll sit around in a circle and we would talk about a topic, whatever the instructor gave us. And the topic was something that had to do with the chapters that we read for the week. Okay, so it was pretty much, hold on 1 second. So the topics we pretty much talk about were psychology related, but it was more of a relaxing atmosphere to just come in and talk to each other and talk about our problems, or, well, not so much problems, but things that we have experienced in life and get input from each other. And basically, in the class, you sat there in a circle, you talked about the topic that it was, you write down some key pointers, you go home, you write an essay about it and turn the essay in the next class. So that's why that class was pretty much filled on a Saturday morning with young kids getting up. So one of the topics that our instructor had, he asked us to tell about something that we did out of curiosity. Something you was curious about and what was the outcome. So everybody's sitting there going over their little stories about some things that they did. So one of the young guys, he said that him and a group of friends, they left out, I don't know, like late at night on a quarter tank of gas. And they was curious to find out how long would it take them to run out of gas. So they basically was riding around all night trying, like, purposely to run out of gas. So when you think about that, that sounds a little crazy. Like, why would you be riding around trying to run out of gas? And then it sounds even more crazy now because look how much gas costs. So my thing was, I was thinking about, okay, when they run out of gas, what was they gonna do? Like, you gonna call your parents? What are you gonna do when you run out of gas? So, needless to say, they never ran out of gas. So they pretty much ended it. I think they drove around to like 3 or 4 in the morning and they got tired and sleepy and just said, forget it. So that sounds real crazy, right? To sit there and be driving around, burning gas, trying to burn out of gas with no destination to go. I mean, do that sound crazy or what? Guess what? as crazy as that sound, we are doing the same exact thing in life. We are doing the same thing in life. We are running around with no destination, burning ourselves out till we get tired. We don't have a destination of where we're going. So just as crazy as that story sound, I want you to look at your life like that. If you are steady running around, doing different things, and you don't have a destination to where it is that you're going, it is a bit crazy to do that. And I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to me too. So we gotta get out of steady just going, just saying whichever way the wind may blow us, and start getting a little control over our lives. Start planning our own lives. We can't keep going whichever way the wind blow us, or keep running around in circles with no destination, because eventually you're gonna burn out. When you leave this earth, have you fulfilled your purpose? Have you gotten to where it is that you was trying to go? Do you even know where it is you are trying to go? So let's take this road trip. Let's take this road trip together. So I want y'all to take this journey with me. And while I'm talking, I need you to grab a pen and a piece of paper, because I got a quick exercise for us to do. Now, when I say let's take this road trip, I'm not talking about, say for instance, you see your friends, or you see some picture on Facebook of some group of friends. They all out in Hawaii somewhere, okay, with nice bikinis on, sitting on the beach in the front of the under the hot sun. Got their coconut cup in their hand with a little cute umbrella straw thing on it, with fresh fruit in it. Looking like they having a good time. And then here you go, you tag in a couple of friends and say, hey, this look good. We should do this. And everybody say, oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's go. We get hyped up off of the talk about it, or just seeing things. But then when it's time to put in the work, when you start planning it, you didn't understand, you didn't realize that those people didn't just automatically just went on that trip. There are steps that they had to take to get there. You didn't realize you may have to work extra to get the money to go. You got to plan different things, excursions. You might have to find a babysitter. It just comes a lot with that. So what happens? That enthusiasm that your friends had, after a while, a lot of them get very quiet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Get very quiet when the when the tough gets going, when it's time to really put in the work to get there, to do that thing. People get quiet. So we got to stop getting hyped up at the thought of things and understand that what we see, it may look good, but we got to put in the work to get there. So when I say take this road trip with me, I hope that I don't want you all to be hyped up to take this road trip, because there are going to be bumps in the road, potholes, detours, a lot of things that is going to arouse during this trip. Now, at the end, it is going to look beautiful and look nice, but we got to get there. So I hope that you all are really in it and ready to take this road trip with me. Let's do this. I want to start off with a scripture from Exodus 23:20, and it says, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way. Okay? The Lord is sending an angel ahead of us to guard us along the way. Let's go. Let's take this road trip. Now, when you think about taking any trip, for instance, if you're trying to book a flight, what is the first thing that they ask you when you're trying to book a flight? Your origin. Where are you starting from? See, this is a point where we lose out on. We always trying to get to, where we're going, but we don't acknowledge where we are. So you gotta have an origin. When I worked for RTA, the Regional Transportation Authority, okay? We gave out travel information for CTA, PACE, and Metro. This was years, like 15 years ago, okay, that I worked for them. And they didn't have these smartphones where you can find out where you at and pull up a map up and it show you where you're going. So what happen is a lot of people will catch the bus, the PACE bus, from the city. So in order to get on the PACE bus, you have to catch maybe a bus to the end of the line or a train to the end of the line to get the PACE bus to get to the job that was in the suburbs. Now, how some PACE buses work is they don't run all throughout the day. Some of them only run in the morning to take the people to work, and then they come back when the people get off work. So a lot of people didn't know that. So a lot of people will have an interview. Maybe the interview was at 9 o'clock. They done with the interview by 10 o'clock. Guess what? There's no bus that coming back. They can't get back on that same bus. So they either got to walk a mile or so to get to the train station or, walk to find another bus stop. So who would they call? The RTA. They would call us and say, hey, I'm lost. Can you help me? I'm trying to get to the Skokie Swift. That's the end of the train station. And we would say, where are you? And do you know what these people would say when we asked them where they was? They would say, I don't know where I'm at. That's why I'm calling you. I don't got a GPS on you. I don't know where you at either. Like, they did it so many times. Like, we got so many calls about that. Like, people did not know where they was. So we're not going to be those people who not knowing where we are, because how can I help you if you don't know where you at? So we will literally have to tell these people, like, go into a building or ask them what's their address or something so we can help them to find a way back home. And that's something that we deal with in life. Like, we don't even know where we at. If you don't know where you are in life, then you can't figure out where you're trying to go. So the origin is very important. We need to figure out where it is we at. So I ask you all to grab a pen and a piece of paper. I hope that you have it, because this is going to be a very useful exercise for you all, because we're getting ready for this road trip. So we want to make sure we're ready. Figure out where we are in life. So if you can, this will be real quick. Number your paper number from 1 to 10. Rate yourself where you are in these different categories that I'm going to list out. Just give yourself a 1 for you need a lot of progress, least progress, and a 10 for you're at the top. You is killing the game in that area. And be honest with yourself. These are your answers. I will not see them. This is between you. And you got to be honest with yourself, because if you starting from the top, then this road trip is not for you. This road trip is for us who are looking to progress in life. And it's okay. If you're comfortable with where you are, then this road trip is not for you. But if you're looking to grow, then come on. Take this road trip with me. So this will be a quick self-evaluation. So write these categories down and just rate yourself from a 1 to 10. Let's start with mentally. Where are you? Where do you feel you at mentally? Like, how are you handling stress? Are you staying focused on the mental level? Like, where do you feel you are? 1 through 10, again, no right or wrong answer. However you feel. Be honest with yourself. Spiritually, Where do you feel you are spiritually? Rate yourself. Simple, 1 through 10. Financially, this road trip is gonna cost money. We're gonna have to make stops. We had to get us some food, stuff to eat. Might want to do a little sightseeing. So where are you financially? How do you feel you handle your finances? 1 through 10. Discipline. How disciplined are you? Are you following your routines that you need to be following? Are you doing the things that you need to be doing? Are you structured? 1 through 10, rate yourself. How is your discipline? Health. We don't need you falling out on this trip. So how do you feel you are health-wise? Do you feel that you are physically fit? You go to the gym every day? You eat healthy? How do you feel you are health-wise? Communication. Are you a good communicator? Be honest, be true to yourself. Communication will be very important on this trip, okay? Career. Where are you as far as your career goes? Do you feel like you're where you feel you should be at this age, and this whatever age you are at this day and time? How do you feel you are as in your career? Rate yourself 1 to 10. Next, yourself as your relationship with others. How do you feel the role you play? Now, not the role they play, but the role you play as a parent. You can separate these if you want to, or you can do it all as one. As a parent, as a daughter, as a son, as a friend, as a spouse, as a girlfriend, as a boyfriend, whatever. How do you feel that you are? Okay, now I need you to do an overall evaluation of yourself at this day and time of your life. Overall, of where you want to be and where you are now, where do you rate yourself? Just give yourself an overall evaluation. All right? Good. Good enough. Now that you have done your self-evaluation, you can look at the areas of your life where you may need the most improvement. And those are areas that you should focus on working on the most to pull yourself up. So now that you have figured out where you are in life with things, the next thing you need to find out is your destination. You know, if your friend or somebody call you, say, hey, let's take this trip. First thing you're going to say, okay, where we going? So we got to figure out, where are we going? Where are we going? That's very, very important. We always say, you know, every year, you know, 2022, this is my year. This is my time. What does your year look like? What is your year? What does it look like? What does your time look like? So we need to figure that out. Where are you going? So we can make sure that this is your year. We are actually behind in the game because we should have been doing this last year. But we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to keep it moving. So, and what I need you to do is, I need you to write down 5 to 10 things, okay, that you need to do before the year is over with to feel successful. Okay, so you can start off with this sentence. My year of 2022 will be successful if I accomplish. And write down 5 to 10 accomplishments. Again, my year of 2022 will be successful if I accomplish. Write down 5 to 10 things. Now, this may take a little more thinking about. You can go to the things that the areas that you were low in, and maybe, use some of those areas to make list your accomplishments, because we need to know what successful looks like. That's what most companies do. They measure themselves. They compare themselves from the prior year, this year. They predict for next year. So we got to start doing that. We can't keep letting the wind blow us anyway. We got to start designing our life. Yes, there's going to be bumps in the road. It's going to be some things that's going to happen. But guess what? When those things happen, we still got a path that we have to follow. We can't keep letting life tell us what we gonna do or take us in this direction. Whatever happens, we still gotta make sure that we get to our accomplishment. Now, success to me may not be more than likely the same as success to you. One of my accomplishments will be to get on here every week for the rest of the year on Tuesdays and do what it is that I'm doing. That is going to be one of my accomplishments. So you figure out what it is for you. If it's you want to quit, and you have to be specific now. If you listing some things, okay? If you want to quit smoking cigarettes, or looking at health, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to get to this certain goal weight, or I want to enroll in school, or if you're tired of starting a new year off with no money in your bank account, that can be something. I want to have $100 or $500 or $1,000 in my bank account. So next year, you can set more and more goals. So again, my successful year will look way different than your successful year. It doesn't mean one is higher than the other. No. It just means that we all have different walks of life. And some things are important to some people at certain times than other people. So you figure out what it is, what will a successful 2022 looks like for you. So I want to just let you all know, when the end of this trip is going to be 12/31/22. That will be the end of this trip. So guess where we're going? We're going to Destination Success 2022. It is beautiful at Destination Success 2022. Take this road trip with me. Let's go. Let's do it. Just imagine on 12/31/2022, you getting dressed or getting ready to go to this New Year's Eve party. But guess what? You're not just partying because it's a new year. You're going to be partying because you had a successful 2022. And guess what? You going to have the checklist to show it. You going to say, I did this, 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 and this. And for those reasons, I had a successful 2022. This was the year. Plan a new one for 2023. Because we always say that this is my year. I'm going to be successful. What does success look like to you? So figure that out. So get ready for this road trip. I hope that you all are really going to take this with me, and this is not going to be an easy road. But once we get to Destination Success 2022, it's going to be a good feeling. You're going to be really having something to celebrate at the end of the year, something to look back at and say, I did it. While everyone is partying for a new year, you're going to have a real reason to party, a real reason to cheer and be grateful for the accomplishments that you made. We are not going to keep letting life just throw us where it want to throw us and just dealing with life. No matter where it throw us, we're going to get back up, get back in this car, and get to Destination Success 2022. Thank you all so much for joining me. Next week, we will be taking road trip part 2. Have a great evening. Good night.